God, that's such a good song. Welcome to the Fighting Couch Potatoes. Today I am joined by Liquid Gold Steve.
All you need is a naked man and a hot Cheeto.
If you've never played Dark Souls, you don't get it, and it's not that way. I'm also joined by Kadawfi Crush.
Grave Lords are always that way.
Grave Lords always do treat you that way. In the butt.
That's what that sword dance
Unless
is
you're
about.
Steve, then it is on the penis. Anyway, today we are talking about Dark Souls. Now pull up a seat to the bonfire and tell us a story about Dark Souls. I'm going to start with Liquid Gold Steve. What is your thoughts on the very first Dark Souls?
Terrifying.
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 How is it terrifying? Because I know that you know that I know that you know that you can cheese the fuck out of that game once you figure it out.
All right, so you load in your person, you get a broken sword, you get to learn how to hit and punch, and then they say go through this giant door, and then the mega dega, you think that that's the biggest boss you're going to see in this game, which is a joke. Which is a joke. That man's just the beginner boss. But you think, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. And usually, you fucking die.
Yeah, you're talking about the Asylum Demon. That's basically the whole consensus of Dark Souls, is just, you're going to die.
Get good.
Die again. Die trying. You're going to get good at die trying. Die trying.
Yeah.
50 Cent playing Dark Souls.
Dark Souls is like that, though. Dark Souls is certainly like that. It if you don't stay with it, you'll quit and be like, this game sucks. But if you figure this shit out, you figure it out, man. You're gonna have yourself a good time.
It's always funny hearing other like people, gamers talking about Dark Souls, and it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself through that. It's like, get good. Like, mind you, you're gonna get your ass beat. You're gonna get invaded by some Grim Reaper looking dude doing backflips, and I am not exaggerating even a little bit. I'm dead serious. You're gonna get like Steve said, damn naked people with hot Cheetos, Grim Reaper people, fucking plant people, cup things with mouths and then there's mimics. Goddamn mimics. You thought you could get that chest, get the booty inside that chest? That chest gonna get your booty.
Now the booty's getting you.
The booty's getting you. No, I really... Dark Souls is one of those games that got turned around for me. Because I remember the first time I ever played it was back in the 360 days. And that shit was free on Games for Gold. I downloaded it, made a character. I think I made a knight. I did the tutorial, got to the Asylum Demon, didn't beat him, got beat up like 5 times, deleted the game.
Scrub.
So you trashed and dashed on Dark Souls.
I did trash and dash on Dark Souls for many years. Which is probably a good thing because I played the Far Superior remastered.
I can't say that
Far Superior?
That shit ain't laggy as fuck.
Far Superior?
Far Superior, because it's everything in one go.
It's 90% the same game.
I know it's 90%, but it's on current gen hardware.
Bruh, they changed literally 3 things. The swamp ain't so laggy, the items are shinier, and it's on PlayStation 4. That's all they fucking changed.
Well, it was good enough for me.
Far superior.
It was good enough for me.
That neck, I tell you what, Bo.
It's on next gen, so the Xbox players can come over to PlayStation and still troll you, and then say your mom.
Your mom. But no, so we're talking about Dark Souls today, which we're not really going to do the story. We're going to do more stories from the game that we played together. We played separate. We've done this, that, and the third. But if you do want another story, there's plenty of videos out there explaining everything if you want to go on that deep dive. But if you want the Fighting Couch Potatoes Liquid Gold certification story to this story, you are the chosen undead, Locked inside the undead asylum, you escape by being taken by a crow to Firelink Shrine, and then you have to go fight God. If you want any more information, go look that shit up. I'm not doing it. Anyway, this is how we're going to do this today. We're going to start out with our character builds. Like what we think personally, like weapons, spells, what we decide. Not like the base build, like what we think is our favorite, getting good. We're going to start out with Liquid Gold Steve because his character build is the easiest out of all of ours.
Whoa.
Go ahead. Go ahead and explain to me why being naked with a big ass club is the best character build you can do.
So you just stay spoiling his character builds.
It's all he's got. He's not gonna be like
okay.
I've seen him wear a loincloth, and that is it.
Don't spoil my character build. I
don't even know what.
Okay, it's okay.
I don't know what's going on.
We got Driposaurus Rex over here. Fucking Swagzaurus. This motherfucker.
No, right, Driposaurus Rex was Dark Souls 2.
So go fuck yourself, MattMatt. I do have more than just being club man with nakedness. I do have a spellcaster too, and he's fucking shit. But yes, if anybody needs to get through Dark Souls and not give one singular fuck, be naked, strength build, don't even do dexterity.
Don't even
strength build, endurance, vitality. That's about it. That's about it.
all you
what's the weapon?
There's 2 weapons actually, because you can dual wield them if you have high enough strength. I call it the hot Cheeto, but it is actually the swamp people, the swamp monsters that throw mud pies at you. I can't think of the name right now.
Nobody throw no mud pie. They throw whole boulders.
Shit.
They throw
okay,
boulders.
my bad.
They're whole boulders.
I know what he's talking about.
They drop dung pie when they die.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The big dudes.
They
I
drop...
think they're like ogres.
Something like that.
They look a little funny for being ogres, but it might be because they're in Blighttown. But continuing on, they have one of the best weapons if you just want to purely be a strength build because it's S tier for parameters. And the other one is just a giant dragon's tooth that you can get early access to if you can stomp the shit out of the rock. Not the rock you're thinking, but the rock.
The rock?
It's the rock.
You talking about Havel?
The rock.
The rock. Or
fucking luck.
Bishop Havel the Rock.
No, it's Havel the Rock.
His name is Bishop.
Oh, well. I know him as Havel the Rock, so yeah. Naked.
I thought you was gonna
giant
open
club.
the door. I thought you were gonna open the door and just hear, do you smell what Havel is cooking?
But yeah, naked, giant clubs, and you could probably pass through the whole fucking game like that. You might die a lot, but it's the easiest way to beat it.
You know what's fucked up about Steve telling us that? The shit he just said is 100% effective. I've played games with him where I didn't even get no kills because I'd summon him into my world and I would just hear off in the distance,
boom.
And my fucking soul count would go up. Like, Steve, what the fuck you doing? And then he'd die. And then I go get him again. And then everyone in the fucking area is already dead. So he's just running through looking for more people to kill. Like, when you said the best 2 weapons, I thought you were going to be a club and a bigger club.
That's almost what he said.
It is.
The Dragon's Tooth is a big ass curved club.
That shit was awesome when he got 2 clubs and he fucking...
I think I'm mixing Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1.
No, that was Dark Souls 1.
But Dark Souls 2 has the double mechanic and it's a lot better. The dual wield mechanic, but it's a lot better.
I think the best like club kill I've got this shit on tape with you, where you killed a mushroom man. You parried his ass, and then fucking home run derby. Boom!
Just Barry Bonds.
Full
of steroid
that
juice.
Man had a family.
Glowing red eyes, just like, I'm killing you right now. And you're not going to know until you come to the afterlife afterwards.
Steve turned into, who was that guy in One Punch Man that about ended the whole show? The guy with the bat.
Oh,
That dude about to end the whole show.
His name just Metal Bat.
Yeah, something like Death Bat or some shit. It was something like that.
Like Metal Bat. He got like a real basic name, kind of like a golden ball. That guy like a real basic, easy name, Metal Bat. I'm sure that's his name. He off the hook.
That dude about ended the show.
He don't know how to die. He don't know how to die.
Anyway,
all right, well,
continue on. Crush, what's your character build? Your most reliable character build?
Most reliable? Oh boy.
a dex build.
No, not even, man. I'm not really a big fan. Like the dex weapons are cool because they force me to play different. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I can get me a little strength, a little dex, and a bastard sword, I don't give a good goddamn what the other part of the class. You could have started me off as a pyromancer. I'm gonna have a bastard sword. Put me as a wizard, bastard sword.
Bastard sword.
Like, I don't know why, but for me personally, the bastard sword is the best sword in the whole damn game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a lot of people gonna disagree because you got all kinds of cool weapons, especially when you upgrade them this way, that way, and the third. But like a holy knight with a bastard sword, it's probably the best one.
Mm-hmm.
When you put the sunlight blade on the bastard.
Oh my god,
man,
like a lightsaber,
cleave through everything like butter. I mean, you cleave through fire demons with it, and they're supposed to be resistant to it. I don't care. You cleave through gods with it. I don't care. That's such
chip. Yeah.
It's such a good weapon. Like, I don't know. That was a really good build. It was like a faith knight, like a faith whatever,
Holy
man.
Knight. It's a holy knight.
I don't know. I really only used like
no.
I only used like lightning stuff, but I wasn't a sun bro.
Was it faith that you or intelligence that you upgraded?
Faith.
Faith. It was holy knight.
I don't really like intelligence based stuff in Dark Souls. It's not my jam. Not my jam. But right. That's a good reliable build, especially if I can heal myself a little bit, just a little bit, put some replenish on, and go on about my day. I like that.
So you can keep your Sunny D.
Right. So I can keep my Sunny D. You know, you got to be good enough or have good enough armor or whatever it is you want to do. I don't like being heavy. I like mid rolling. I don't really like fast rolling. I like the mid roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I was about to say, are you like rolling like that fat roll where it's like almost
fast roll? You'll accidentally roll twice if you panic.
Well, that's what happens with my. I don't have a mid
panic.
I don't get a mid roll. I get the fast roll. When you're naked, you only got the weapon you got to worry about.
Yeah.
And if you have high enough endurance, then it's a fast roll. But MattMatt,
I'm gonna tell you the secret to beating Dark Souls right now.
Play with friends.
Besides playing with friends, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find yourself a rapier, Ricard's rapier if you can find it, and the whip. All right, or any sort of weapon that allows you to parry. Because once you figure out that parry, you'll be pissing your friends off for that shit.
And then dress up with the best gear you can find.
Yep. Besides killing Solaire, because if you kill Solaire, you're a piece of shit.
I killed Solaire.
I know you killed Solaire, you piece of shit.
Fashion Souls is a very important part of it.
Man, doesn't it piss you off? You got a good set of armor, but it's like stats good, but ugly as shit.
I mean, that's if you put together bad outfits. Or like if you're trying to go for some shit that don't matter, you'll end up putting together terrible looking outfits. Personally, I don't care what my armor does for the most part, unless I'm using the Armor of Thorns. That's my shit. Oh, that's the best armor in the game. Sorry.
I think it's funny when you play with friends and they be killing your people, and you don't get shit off of them, but then you go to their world and help them, but they get all the shit that you wanted.
You guys are talking about armor sets and everything. I'm just like swinging my big hammer while my
because you're naked in the middle. Steve's back there like, I got a helmet.
Like once in a while, Steve will put a skirt or something on,
right.
Like a kilt. It was like, all right, I got pants. All right, it's covering my nuts. All right, guys, jeez,
we're good.
We can do this.
No, he did. I will admit, he did one. He had a helmet that had like it looked like the Punisher mask, and it had a cloak on him. Or is that Dark Souls 2? That might be Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 1 has the Dark Wraith.
Maybe.
Their headpiece looks like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so continuing on. Now we've talked about our favorite armor sets and our character builds.
Can I ask?
Go ahead, Steve.
I just want to say this. Kadawfi, how did it feel? Because you were talking about how you like the best sword is the bastard sword.
Yeah.
When I played my first real playthrough was with you with Senzone, and I played Louis Hamilton.
Yeah.
All right. So how did it feel when like I showed up to the Black Knight and he passed me the best great sword of the whole fucking thing?
The Black Knight great sword.
That shit was so
you was
nice.
bitching about that for weeks.
Yeah, I was. I want you to know how many times I've killed that particular Black Knight. Like, I mean, in all fairness, I've probably beaten Dark Souls about 20 times. And that Black Knight gets dead every time. I have never had that sword drop for me. The only time I've ever had that sword in my hands is after you get to the Black Knights where Gwen is at.
Yeah.
In the not the Firelink Shrine, but the
ash, whatever it's called.
The killing of the first flame.
Yep. Oh god. That fucking
yeah,
wall.
but like when you kill one of them, they'll drop the damn sword. And that's the only time I've ever had that sword in my possession.
And you don't need it anymore now.
It's like, right. It's like, well, I mean, there's always New Game Plus.
That shit was funny because when I was doing that, because we couldn't do that that walk together through the kiln. We were trying to get to Gwen.
Right.
For the final boss of the game. And I would go down the line and kill each one, and I get sword, great sword, halberd, all of that shit in one go.
But they drop it at that. Yeah, that's where they drop it at, guaranteed.
Yeah,
they're going to drop it there. But like, besides that,
that shit pissed you off for
when
real.
You see the very few that you see out there. Like, there have been times where I've had 10 humanity. I'll farm that first rat. I'll farm the shit out that rat and get enough humanity and take my black ass up there and still don't get that fucking sword or that fucking trident. I've never got my hands on the Chandler's trident. Like, honestly, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna play through Dark Souls until that first Chandler drops that fucking trident. I'm gonna keep resetting the guy. Just keep resetting him.
All the way back to the asylum.
I'm gonna number him every time. He's gonna be number
1,
2.
Why am I number 350,000?
What kind of made me mad was how Senzone got that damn Boar's helmet. That was the only thing.
I got a hold of that Boar's helmet too.
That's a common drop for me though.
Yeah. But it never drops for me. I've played multiple times and never had that drop.
You played like 3 times. Stop.
I played like 6 times. I didn't say I finished 6 times. I finished 3 times. But I got.
That's how it usually goes.
I finished 3 times, but I
finished 3 times.
Yep.
You gonna flim flam on the internet?
I ain't flim flam.
Pull up your browser history.
All right.
3 times.
Right. Louis Hamilton.
That was the
Vincent Oliver.
All right. You and I finished it once together.
With Louis Hamilton.
No. We didn't finish it.
Yeah, we did.
No, not the just you and I, but the playthrough with the 3 of us. Y'all finished it. That was your one time.
That was Vincent Oliver.
That was your first time finishing.
And Louis Hamilton.
When did Louis Hamilton finish? Oh no, he did. I remember you called me about that. No flim flam. What about your 3rd time?
That was my my magic user. I had a wizard lizard.
Wizard, yeah, he had the dragon.
With no.
I thought it was the dragon.
No, I'm just saying wizard lizard because it matches the word.
I don't know about this wizard.
That was by myself though.
You've talked about this wizard a time or two.
Now, do I have to show you to him?
Was that our challenge runs?
That was our challenge run.
You finished the challenge run? Because y'all quit on me on a challenge run and never told me we were going to finish the challenge run.
Do I have to look it up?
You know the one where I had to use only fist weapons.
Y'all picked
it. The hell no.
No, we picked that.
Y'all was like only fist weapons, and you can only level up strength. Bro, I'm still fighting Ornstein and Smo. It's been like a year. I am still fighting Ornstein and Smo on that shit.
You need some help? Summon me in.
No, I need a damn help. I'll call in Solaire if I want to do that.
Fair enough.
What was the scariest thing to see in Dark Souls? Like, what actually terrified you?
Scariest thing to see in Dark Souls. You want me to be honest? It was, for me, I think the most scared I was ever in Dark Souls was the first time I went down to the New Londo ruins. And I walked up in the ghost house. Like you go across the bridge, you go down the elevator, you go around all the fucking crying hollows and shit. You go across the bridge, and then you get into the castle thing. And like one of the fucking ghosts reached all the way through the wall to grab your ass. I think that's the most scared I've ever been in any video game. And I played a lot of horror games.
Kadawfi?
I like how it's not a cut scene either.
Fuck no, the shit's just like, what the fuck is what
the hell is that? Because you think, I don't know. Scariest moment for me, trying to think about who scared my panties off the worst.
Sin's Fortress.
Nah, that wasn't scary. That was just irritating as shit.
the ball is Sin's Fortress. I want a death count from Sin's Fortress alone. Either that or the Titanite Demon, the first one you meet.
It was probably going down into the Tomb of the Giants the first time, because like I didn't have a flashlight and I didn't know you could get a flashlight. And going down there without a flashlight,
you gotta follow the rocks.
And then you talking that shit.
That's not how it works. Right? It is how it works, but it's not how it works.
You've never done it. You've never done it without companionship. I'm gonna tell you right now. Take your ass down there without a flashlight and see if you can get the damn Nito.
Oh God!
Take your ass down and see how long it takes.
Fuck
see
that!
How, like when them skeletons kick you into a hole full of other skeletons.
Yep.
And you don't know the fuck. Like, bruh, I remember one of them bitches shot me one of them giant arrows that's bigger than you.
Yep.
And the bitch shot me into like a room, and I fell down and like landed on a ledge. But when my character stood back up, he fell down the next ledge, and down in there was like 3 or 4 giant skeletons waiting to stomp my ass. And stomp they did. Stomp they did.
They need to change the name to Jump Souls.
On the screen of the archer giant skeleton, it said assist.
He got an assist. He did. 50 points.
For me, it's the gaping dragon.
Oh, good Lord.
That just give you nightmares?
Just think about it. If you saw it in real life, I would fucking run.
I'm dying.
I'm
fucking dying.
Is it the gaping dragon, or is it the atmosphere that led you to the gaping dragon?
No, it's the gaping dragon.
Straight just him.
It's him.
Like
when you see the little head pop up and then you see
the
all
rest.
that, I'm like.
So if that cutscene would have played out at a beautiful waterfall forest setting, and he would have walked up over a waterfall and then been that ugly creature, still would have been scared.
Yep. Because I would have wondered how the fuck something like it's beautiful and then like bam, you got like kittens and fucking
it changes places
squirrels
with the moonlight
shit.
butterfly. That is the scariest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
It is. To be honest, like the moonlight butterfly it's not scary, it's
not pretty until you know what it can do.
And then it just like
it pisses you off.
It's not a really bad boss though.
No, not if you know what you're doing.
The first 2 times I fought the moonlight butterfly, I didn't know what was hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't understand how I was being hit.
Mm-hmm.
What was I guess I just didn't think that those little green energy balls were doing anything. Yep. So I was like, what the fuck's hitting me?
See, the first couple times, yeah, you get beat, but then you figure it out. And then we kept jumping that bitch. Like straight up, it was we'd have the 4th person in the world, which if people don't know, the more people you have in your world with you, the harder the game is, because it has to scale with how many people you have, because you can't just go in with 4 people at a time and run through bosses. Like, then it wouldn't be any fun. So they increase the health, increase the damage, all that. And we were running through this fucking boss.
Favorite summon?
Solaire? No. Fuck no. What is his name?
Kadawfi, can you think of anything while MattMatt is
like
smoking over there?
One that you can summon, or
Yes.
just any of the people like they summon into your world and try to beat you up?
Your favorite summon that you can summon in as a partner. Not people you can get from the real world. I'm talking about.
Not really that many. No, not from the real world, but I meant invaders.
Not invaders.
I like a lot. I think I like the invaders a little bit more than I like the summons. Best summon for me would probably be Iron Tarkus.
All right.
He helps you out with the Iron Golem. And had I known that there was a friend that could help you out for the Iron Golem, when I first played through Dark Souls, I probably would have used that friend. But I'm gonna tell you what. When it comes to me playing my first time in Dark Souls, I had a friend. He said, "Hey man, you like playing difficult games?" I said, "I like a little challenge." And he says, "Well, here you go. Give it back when you're done." It took a year.
But you finally gave it back.
I gave it back to him after I finally beat it. After I finally beat it the second time, I gave it back to him. And the first time, I didn't understand that I was online. I didn't understand what the ghost people and the bloodstains were all about.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like the game kind of tells you shit, but like I wasn't reading between the lines. I was like, if it's important, they'll tell me. It's a video game. They'll tell me what's going on. And by golly, I had killed Gwen and rested at the bonfire because I thought I was supposed to. Because you know it's what you always do. You rest at the bonfire. I had killed Gwen, rested at the bonfire, got my ending to the game, and was like, "What the fuck did I just do? What?
What exactly what they wanted you to do?
What did I? What was the point? What just happened?" So I had to play through the shit again, and this time I listened to everything everybody said, and like, because I had seen things, had beaten all the bosses that I could find at the time. When you watch the opening cutscene, everything starts to become more clear. It's like, oh shit, I killed him. That was a god.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much it's like watching a movie over and again.
Yeah, it's like watching the movie. It's like being thrown into a movie and then getting to watch the movie. After you just throw it, say this, do that.
Now you
all right,
understand.
roll over there. It's like, what the fuck?
Now you know.
Now you know what's going on. Oh shit, you made a good movie. That's pretty cool.
Well, thank you for the...
Speaking of the Iron Golem.
Hold on.
He was talking.
True. Go ahead.
I'm trying to tell you my favorite summon.
Go ahead, Steve.
Which is Beatrice the Witch.
You like Beatrice, do you?
Yes, I do.
She shows up twice for you. 3 times, technically.
Compared, like, I love Solaire. Solaire is like a homie. Like, one of the best in the whole game. But I rarely ever, if ever, like, summon him in. Beatrice the Witch, I would summon in every single time. To the Moonlight Butterfly, and the other one is
the 4 Kings.
Is it the 4 Kings?
Yeah.
Well, she's a Slayer because them 4 Kings, the first time I played, I think it was with you, Kadawfi.
Mm-hmm.
We slid them 4 Kings like it wasn't no.
Bro, I was panicking. I was like, Steve, we gotta kill him fast. Fuck Beatrice, just start killing. She'll get here. She will get. Trust me. My first time fighting the 4 Kings was hideous. I had to learn how to use Great Magic Shield because man, they were beating my ass. I didn't know how to fight them. It was just the dark room and just getting smashed over and over and over and over.
Hey, you know we're gonna beat you the fuck up, right? What?
Like,
we're gonna beat the fuck out of you.
The most kings I've seen in one room was like 6 because it took me so long to like figure it out. I was running in circles and running into them because you know how they got that grab attack.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was the grab attack and that homing missile they got. That shit that just chase you all over the place.
Just nice.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
MattMatt?
Favorite summon?
Solaire. Solaire is my favorite summon. The Sunbro Solaire. Even though you don't really get to use them that much, except for with the Gaping Dragon and the final boss of the game. I didn't get to use them that much because I was a Sunbro.
Why would that stop you from using Solaire?
It didn't show up for me. Because Solaire, I was able to find them in the Gaping Dragon's place, and then one more time beforehand, but I couldn't use him for Gwen because he died.
You can use them for the Gargoyles, for the Gaping Dragon, for Ornstein and Smo, and for Gwen.
But yeah,
those are the 4 times.
Gwen, he died right before Gwen.
Because I used them every chance we had with when we did the 3-man playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
I showed them to y'all every time.
Yeah,
so y'all could see like he could show up.
Well, another thing with the summons, that's a really cool feature in these games where people have their own storyline going on.
Yep.
You know, like Lautrec, Havel, Solaire, the princess, whatever her name was, the one who got screwed over at the end.
The maiden.
The maiden, yeah.
Renea.
I can't remember exactly.
That might be the wrong game.
Yeah, Dark Souls is really deep, and like that's what Crush was saying earlier about actually sitting back and smelling the roses sometimes. Like, how do we get here? You know, with some of the environments will tell all the story that you need.
Yeah, just by really picking up items, reading the items, killing enemies, picking up what they have to drop,
mm-hmm.
and just looking around. Mm-hmm. Tells like most of the story, and you have to piece together an ass of it, but it's always a cool story.
Now, speaking of areas, what is y'all's favorite area in the game? Like, out of everything, whether it be like most fun to go through and fight the enemies in the area, the most pretty area that you like, What is your favorite area?
I'm a big fan of Ash Lake.
Hmm.
I like Ash Lake a lot. It takes a fucking journey to get there. And when you finally get down to the bottom of it, it's like, oh, wow, fuck, a Hydra. And
Right?
And then when you finally get through all that and you kill the clam monsters and the geckos, the basilisk,
Oh god.
you're left with 2 really big prizes. 3 if you count lore. You know, there's a dragon down there, and it's your coven to the dragons. And going through this, it will allow you to become a dragon eventually, and which that holds a lot more weight in the story. And as Dark Souls goes down, I think down to Elden Ring, that shit holds that kind of weight. It's very cool. You get to be a part of that, and if you don't want to be a part of it, you can always cut the dragon's tail off and get a big ass dragon king fucking sword. So I mean, you know, there's a lot of prizes down there for you.
And he won't fight you afterwards.
Yeah, he won't pop no shit. He'll look at you and go on about your business.
Thanks for the tail, my friend.
Yeah, and he'll continue to be your friend. If you want to be his friend, you cut his tail off. He'll be your friend. He don't give a shit.
He ain't using it anyway.
He don't give a shit. He'll grow back. He's a lizard.
Are dragons lizards?
Ooh, a seal.
You like Ula seal?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Just for the reason of when you get into Ula seal, everyone wants to invade you. And when we had those 3 days or 4 days of every time we would meet there, we would at least have like 7 fights before we could even get anywhere.
Yeah.
Which was just great because sometimes you would get slid and then sometimes you'd be the one that's sliding. And I liked more sliding than being slid, but hey, you can't help a fucking piece of shit weeb.
Didn't one of us kill a guy with an arrow at Ula seal? Like knocked him off the bridge?
We might have kicked him off. I don't know about anybody using an arrow. Because I don't think MattMatt, and I know you were using magic when we went to 3-piece.
I was using
so maybe
lightning
you
spears.
maybe you popped him with a magic arrow.
I was using magic and the chaos katana, right?
It was more magic than it. Well, you might have been using the chaos katana, but
Was it not that playthrough with the
you
chaos katana?
used a lot of magic. So I didn't see you use a lot of your melee weapons.
Far enough.
But yeah, Ula Seal to me, just for being DLC and giving us a little more extra on it. I didn't like how we had to travel down and like go into the staircases and everything. But at the very beginning, that little gateway area was the shit. Was the fucking, you want to have some PvP fights? There you go.
Ula seal's a great place for it. I mean, they have a coliseum there, an arena.
That's why I stay right there before you go down them steps, because if that motherfucker
right
goes
after
down
the first bonfire,
that motherfucker goes down the steps, well, you better just fucking not go down there because he aggravated everybody.
Ula Seal Township.
Yeah, it was Township. I
know what you mean.
My favorite area. Now I know it's not good looking, but the enemies and then the boss fight at the very end. I like the painted world.
A painted world's awesome.
It's not a huge part of the game, unless you want it to be. But once you actually sit down and then look, like I said, sit down and smell the roses, you realize that while, yes, you're trapped in that world, the boss you have to go through is also trapped in that world. Like, she's not here by choice. She is not here by, that is her prison.
She could step off that cliff anytime she wants.
But that is her prison.
That's not it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. A lot of those things are tossed in there to be stuck in there, but she's made that her home. Like, she was tossed away to be stuck in there. But I mean, Priscilla could step the fuck off that cliff whenever she felt like it. And there's not anything that those gods can do about it because she has the power of Life Hunt.
Well, speaking of bosses, we're not going to go with our favorite bosses first. We all have that special place in our heart that seethes with rage every time we think of the name of who we thinking of. And who we thinking of now is our least favorite bosses in the game, whether that be because they piss you off or because they're whack. Now, Steve seems like he's charging up an attack right now, so I'm going to let him go first, and I'm gonna get out the blast zone.
There's actually two, and both of them have two different reasons why I hate them. First, it's the father, mother, and son, because they're trash.
Pinwheel?
They're trash.
You don't like Pinwheel?
They're
I like
trash.
Pinwheel.
They are absolutely garbage. That is a paper thin fucking, that's a paper bag fucking boss. You hit him with any kind of strength, he's dead. He's dead.
I wonder how many times Pinwheel would have killed y'all if I just would have sent y'all in there by yourselves.
I would have slit him.
You did?
I would have
This is the first time.
I didn't send y'all in there with Pinwheel by I sent y'all in there with Ornstein and Smoke.
I don't give a fuck.
I stood outside and let y'all get beat the fuck up.
Which, again, the fucking game is harder, so obviously we're about to get beat the fuck up.
Welcome to Kadawfi Crushes. Just saying. Playing Dark Souls with your friends is supposed to be fun. Playing Dark Souls with the fighting couch potatoes sounds a little something like this. What the fuck are you doing? You're going the wrong way! MattMatt, Steve, what the fuck? You're dead again? God damn, sit still! Okay, I'll get. Fuck! I died because of you. Put your signs down. Put your signs down. Where are you at? Why are you fucking in Firelink right now? Come the fuck on. Bro, I've been waiting for you for 15 minutes. What are you? Hold on. I got something to do. Come on. Come on. You're going the wrong way. Come on. Stop. Quit. I'll see y'all tomorrow. That has been Just Saying with Kadawfi Crush.
And we are back from Kadawfi's Just Saying. Now, disclaimer, everything that was said in that has been said to us. 100%.
You were here while I was recording it.
I know.
You were in the room.
I know. And it is 100% true. Anyway, I cut Steve off to do that little ad break. Now, Steve, tell us the other boss that you least like.
Manus.
What? Manus? Why?
That fucking boss battle took way too goddamn long.
We had 4 people. It was getting our asses stomped.
We had 4 people in like 3 weeks. We would get like quarter of the way, die.
Bro, it was like 2 days.
Bullshit.
It was like 2 days.
Bullshit. We got there and then we took most of it probably 2 weeks, constantly trying to fight him.
Oh, for all of us to clear him. You right. Sure, you right. For all 3 of us to clear him. Yeah.
All right, get quarter of health, die. Eighth of health, die. At the very least, right at the very end, someone just needs to blow on his fucking health bar. Die. Keep on going. Come on, guys.
He dies.
And then
he'd kill all 3 of us at the same. He'd kill all of us except for Sif. Sif would always live.
Just slap him. Just slap him with his mighty fucking catalyst. Yeah, fuck Manus. Like, that man can burn in hell, and I wouldn't piss on him to put him out.
Well,
damn.
So I have trash bag, fucking the mother's son, and the mom pinwheel.
Mother, son, and the mom.
The mother's son and the mom.
Mother's son and the father pinwheel.
Trash bag. He is a trash bag.
And fucking Manus, like 40-foot tall Manus that like loves to smack you with his catalyst and will dance on your fucking ass and kill you. All right, Kadawfi.
My least favorite boss of the whole game, and I'm trying to not just say the obvious. Yeah, I'm not.
The Taurus demon.
No, he's easy. Them and all their friends are easy.
The Capra demon.
I whooped the Capra demon's ass too, and his little doggies.
We did jump the Capra demon.
Well, I mean, again, now my first time on the Capra, I was about a 2-day ordeal. That was a 2-day ordeal, but when I got through, I felt good. Now, the one that took me a couple days that I beat and I didn't feel good afterwards was the bed of chaos. Nah, bro, I felt some type of way after that when I was like, all right, certainly I'm going to get through this little bullshit and I'm going to have a real boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
Mm-mm.
What you mean is just a bug?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is this?
That's it. That is it.
So I just go.
I bet if
That's like the easiest fight with people too.
I just go back. So I just.
Yep. That's it.
All that.
Here's your souls.
But Kirk.
Now what if you did what if you did beat that boss and didn't get any souls for it? You got like 200. How mad would you have been?
You know, I went back to the boss room after, you teleport out or whatever.
Yep.
I went back still with that, whatever amount of souls they give you, 120, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I was convinced there had to have been more. And trying to make that jump to go, from one side of the room to the other side, up underneath the tree,
Mm-hmm.
I fell in the hole and died. And I said, I'm gonna go back and go get my souls. And then I died on the way to go get my souls. So to be honest, I've never got to actually spend those souls.
You didn't earn them.
No, I earned them.
You didn't earn them.
Killing that little raggy ass. I
Little
hate
bug.
that boss fight, dog.
I bet if you were an archer, you probably get done in like 5 seconds.
That's like the worst fucking boss fight. And I was gonna be like, oh, the centipede demon. But no, he's fun. He's really fun. You can chop his arm off and all kinds of cool shit. But like, nah, man. That damn bed of cake, all that fire, all those demons, all that cool shit, the dragon butt stomping on you. Just so much cool shit happens down there. And then a tree monster. And not a good one. Like Kirby had better tree monsters. How about you, Matt?
Now this is gonna sound weird, but it's only weird looking back. I would have to say Gwen, like the final boss of the game, least favorite boss fight.
I know why you don't like him.
Now I have a story.
I got a story to tell.
I got a story to tell. Now
Yeah, you do.
am the resident.
Resident.
I said resident.
Resonance evil.
Resident evil. I am the resident parry god of the group in Dark Souls. And
So he thought.
this is how that night went for me when I beat Gwen. Because it took me one night. It did.
About 4 hours, but yeah.
No.
It's like,
Let me tell you the
It was like
story.
4
Let me
hours.
tell you the story. I got tapes. I've got this shit written down. I'm dead fucking serious. So it's late one night, dark and stormy night, and me, Steve, and Crush have made our way through the entirety of Dark Souls all the way to the killing of the first flame. And we make it to Gwen's fucking Coliseum. And we put down our signs. And Crush picks us up.
Oh, I remember this.
And we walk into the room. And there he is. The big man himself. Gwen. And we proceed to lay the smack down on this motherfucker.
don't
And
forget,
I mean-
Solaire was there now.
Solaire,
Don't
everyone
forget
got a
Solaire
piece.
was up in there.
Everyone got a piece of fucking Gwen. And then, the Lord has fallen, all that shit, right? And we get sent home. Crush finishes the fucking game and goes, all right, boys, I'll see y'all later, and logs off. Just heads out. Which, mind you, knowing now, because he can't help us because he's beaten the game, is okay. But I'll be honest, I was a bit pissed off. Because Crush had dipped out on us and didn't say nothing the fuck else. He took the dub and left.
Choke on it.
We owed him that from all the bullshit we put him through as a tour guide in that
Bullshit.
run. We put
Bullshit.
you especially. You put him through some dumb shit.
Fashion Soul, shut the fuck up.
But that was like 8 o'clock at night, and Steve, being the fucking thick neck motherfucker he is, beat the boss in like 2 fucking tries. And was like, all right, I'm heading off too. And now here's the timeline for this. It's like 8 o'clock when Crush leaves. It's like 8:30 when Steve leaves. And I'm fighting Gwen over and over. And it's not even the fight with Gwen that pisses me off. It's the fact that you have to run through the entire area of the first kiln. I gotten so good at running through that fucking area, I didn't have to fight anybody on the way there. That's how good I got at running to the fucking boss. And then
He ran away from the boss.
I'm sitting here trying to, slash him with a katana I'd picked up. I'm sitting here trying to fight him with a rapier I picked up. And not once had I ever used my secret move, which is the parry. Because I'm not intentionally the parry god. I'm the panic parry god. So like out of nowhere sometimes, I just get a lucky and a repost. And with Gwen, when I had finally realized the whole time that the game was gearing me towards this, I died again. And again. And again. And I went to bed. It was like 10 o'clock at this point. And I went to bed. Now, it's like a Saturday night. I don't got work in the morning. I'm just laying there. And usually at night, I like play some music, watch some TV, something, fall asleep too. That night, I turned everything off in my room. And I'm just laying there staring at the ceiling. Dead silence. And I mean mad as fuck. And I fucking mean mad. Because the whole time, just like, it's a fucking parry. I've been parrying every motherfucker I could come across in this fucking game. And it's goddamn motherfucker. So, 1 a.m. rolls around and I'm still wide awake. And I say, fuck it. So I turn my PlayStation back on. Beep. Shit fires up. Sounds like a jet engine about to take off. Because a jet engine was about to take off. And I run through that fucking first kill. Run into the boss room. Say, all right, Gwen, I've come for your ass. And then I died again. And then I run back through the kill again. And this time, I died again. But the next time, the third time's a charm. It is exactly 1:57 a.m. And I glitched him out and got him stuck in the same move over and over and over again. And just kept parry, riposte. Parry, riposte. Until I finally beat him at 1:57 a.m. It was to the point that I had called my brethren to tell them. I didn't give a shit that it was 2 a.m. I blew their phones up and say, hey, fucking beat Dark Souls and I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep now. Good night.
Good job, scrub.
Look here.
I fucking hate Gwen.
I think the first time with Gwen teaches everybody a different lesson. Taught me how to roll. Taught me, I got all the way to fucking Gwen and couldn't roll. Couldn't roll to save my life. I was just narrowly evading shit, getting away. I didn't know how to use spells my first time playing. I didn't understand pyromancy or summoning. I didn't know none of that shit. I didn't know you could summon people. Didn't know you could have friends.
You have 400 humanity.
Bro, I had a lot of humanity. I was like, all right, it gives you your health, but what else? Like,
that shit's at 99.
Bro, I had a lot of humanity, bro. Because I didn't know how to farm. I didn't know things drop shit. Like, I knew sometimes you'd kill some shit, it would drop something. And it was like, man, all right, but I got all my weapons from treasure chests. I don't even know what raggedy ass weapon I beat the game with because I know it was like a level 2. Like, I didn't know how to parry.
Dude, I had tried everything.
I think I had a great shield my first time playing. I think I had a great shield because it was like, motherfuckers don't hit as hard when you got a great shield.
Oh, so you were both free and said,
yeah.
I'm gonna put all my points.
Imagine
in
absorbing
defense.
Gwen. Oh god. All right.
She did.
I mean, I know she did.
She did.
I know she did.
I have 2 questions for both of you.
All right.
Can Andre, with his massive chest, beat the game?
Yes.
Andre probably could.
Just with
Andre,
the massive chest.
see, here's the thing with Andre. Andre was probably a chosen undead just like you one time, or whatever he is. Got through Undeadburg and was like, all right, I'm going to set up right here. He probably bitched Gwen one time, like walked in his shit, and was like, yo, I'm going to allow you to live if you allow me to make weapons. And we ain't going to see each other again.
I think Andre of Astora is the Chuck Norris of Lordran.
Oh my God.
I think that the curse was afraid of him. It was like, nah, bro, do what you want. And that's why he was like, I'm going to hang out with hollows. It's kind of like Mother Teresa going to hang out with lepers and not getting nothing. You know? Like, ha-ha, look, bitch. Ha-ha.
All right.
Second question. The first time you saw Guinevere, did you want uppies? I don't think Kadawfi knows what that means.
No, I know what you mean.
Okay.
I know what you mean. I was waiting on y'all to answer, you fucking pervs.
To be honest, first time I met Guinevere, I accidentally hit her.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Then the whole
And everything turned dark, and I'm just like, oh, I fucked up. I
And I was like, why is it black? And I was like, oh, you fucked up.
You really fucked up.
then the whole illusion just went away.
Yeah, because she wasn't really there in the first place.
Kadawfi,
Don't lie.
don't lie.
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
You thought about
My first initial reaction was, why isn't she in Dead or Alive?
it. Fuck a my Shiranui.
She isn't Dead or Alive these days, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
All right, so
Hold on. I have to answer it myself.
go ahead, Steve. Tell us.
Yes, I would like.
I would love the uppies.
I would love the uppies. Like, just put me right between
Can has uppies.
the valley between her breasts. I would live there forever. Forever.
The valley between.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. She was like the goddess of bountiful. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, let's stop right there.
That's what she was the goddess of.
Uh huh.
All right.
All right. So, I think the best way to close this out would be, or the final, besides final thoughts, what is y'all's favorite boss? Your favorite battle in the entire game?
I got this one. I'll go ahead and take this.
Go ahead.
It has to be. And I mean, this might be cliche for everybody too, but it has to be Artorias. It has to be. Like I wanted to say
nice.
I wanted to say Sif, because Sif taught me that blocking don't work too good. Sif beat my ass for a while too, and you couldn't get her tail. I gotten accustomed to cutting off tails. But Artorias, the reason what makes Artorias so amazing is that Artorias is literally like fighting you at 30%. And he's still beating your monkey ass. Like, he's still that much of a savage. Like, I almost wish you could glitch past Artorias and let him continue living his savage ass life.
Mm-hmm.
Just let him go on about his business.
Nah, boy, you gonna get this.
Cause like, and like, what's funny is like Artorias is so much that dude that Gwen sent him and a dog to stop all the darkness ever. Like, he sent him and a dog to stop all the darkness ever. And Artorias ain't even like a god.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Plus, he got famous off of your legend.
He got, well, he was all, see, he didn't get famous off of our legend. He's famous for defeating the Abyss, which he didn't do, but that he was famous long before then, before the Abyss situation. Because, I mean, again, Gwen sent him and a dog to go stop the Abyss. If you ain't, he didn't send him and Smo and Kieran and Goff and fucking
Seath?
Not Seath. What's his name?
Seath wasn't.
What the fuck's his name? The other knight, the Golden Knight, not Smo, but Ornstein. And he didn't send he didn't send his 4 knights with their fucking companions and shit. He sent a dude who wasn't a god and a dog.
Handle this.
He had faith in dude, and then dude still beat your monkey ass for hours afterwards.
Steve?
I had to think about this, but this might be controversial. I believe my favorite boss is the Asylum Demon. The first time.
Okay.
Just for the reason of, and you guys might think this is stupid, but for me it's you beat a boss and you feel good about yourself, and then you realize, oh, this is where it just starts. This is where the dick kicking just starts. You're getting oh, good job. That was me golf clapping.
You thought you beat the game and shit.
You thought you were the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Then they fucking said, oh, we're gonna spit you out right here. Yeah. Get ready to get fucking beat the fuck up and come back every single time ready for more. Because if you don't have that fucking mindset, your ass is going to get trashed every single goddamn time.
That's like the crestfallen warrior be like, oh, you're not the first. I hope you know that.
I like how he just gives up.
He's nah, fuck that. People got lightning powers out here. Hey, you want to know what my favorite boss battle is?
What's that?
And it's not what he is, it is what I did to him. So you make it through all the way through Sin's Fortress. And at the top lies an iron golem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, walking into the room with the iron golem, it's kind of a little bit intimidating, you know, because you don't got a lot of space to move, and you got this big hulking motherfucker who has a hatchet who's sending air attacks at you and shit. Now, besides that, while yes, you don't have a lot of footing, neither does the Iron Golem. And Crush was witness to this one, where I turned that motherfucker into a Looney Tune. You remember that shit?
Was it
no.
the flip?
It was the flip. Yeah, I made the dude do a whole barrel roll with one hit.
Do a barrel roll.
That shit was funny. Oh God, because I don't even think that was the first. That I know that was the first try. That was my first try against him on that playthrough, and I ran in there, ran up like right behind him, and he tried to stomp me, but stomped off the bridge. And just, whoop.
That shit was, I didn't know you could do them like that. Oh, that's ridiculous.
I got that shit on tape too. But no, that shows you, like, don't be discouraged from playing Dark Souls because everyone's like, oh, it's hard. It's the hardest game ever. It's, you know, you're just gonna die over and over again. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and go get good, you know, like, just play with some friends. Learn how to play the game. The game's going to play you a little bit, but you can play it right back because everything it can do to you, you can do to them. And once you figure it out, like shit, I know people out here who just run around throwing shit at each other, and you can beat the game like that. Dead serious.
Poison is very effective.
Oh my God. Like bleeding in Elden Ring.
Toxic. Scarlet Rot.
Oh my God. But that's another story for another day.
Deathroot.
Anyway.
Y'all seen Deathroot yet?
No.
Oh man, y'all remember that scene in that, what's the name of that movie with the tree and the girl?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. It's like that.
Oh God.
What the
it's
fuck?
like that shit's ridiculous.
That's another story for another day.
Heard.
Any final thoughts on Dark Souls?
There's 9 ways to skin a cat. Find your way and grind that way.
Get good.
This has been the Fighting Couch Potatoes. You can find us on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all at the Fighting Couch Potatoes podcast. Also, best way to spread a podcast, what's the word for it? Word of mouth. Word of mouth.
Spread the word of mouth.
Spread the word of mouth about the Fighting Couch Potato podcast. To your friends, to your dogs, to your parents, to your preacher. I wouldn't show your preacher. That'd probably not be a good idea. But anyway, I'm MattMatt. I've been joined today by Liquid Gold Steve and Kadawfi Crush.
You stay classy. And thanks for stopping by.